What's up, folks? Welcome back to the stream. I'm a little slow on the uptake on this one.
8
so
inches, should be 2.7 inches away from you, right?
I blame my flu that I'm long suffering with. Unfortunately, missed a pod finals on Saturday. I was just straight up passed out, chat. Could not stream it, but we did catch this one. This is the pod 22 finals. We've got Zach over here, aka Slim Hogan, in the red, playing Genestealer Cults versus in the blue, Death Guard under the command of Faye. It's going to be a spicy matchup. There's going to be a lot of gribbly and gooey boys today. And we are just starting the first battle round, first turn with Faye here, moving forward with Mortarion. And a bunch of Plague Marines going to come fight some pure strain Genestealers who have deployed very aggressively up the table. Now, we are on Scrambler Fields in the Ritual today. I know Zach was saying that he wasn't that excited about this particular combination of mission modifiers, but this does prevent deep strikes from occurring on objectives outside your own deployment zone, which means that the Genestealer Cult normal game plan of just deep striking tunnel crawlers everywhere and standing on your objectives and stealing them from you is not particularly useful. However, they are going to be pretty good at creating new objectives with the Ritual. So, that being the case, you win some and you lose some. The Genestealer Cults typically have a lot of utility units that they can do that action with, and then potentially jump them away on their opponent's turn and redeploy them somewhere else on the table. So we'll see if Zach is able to construct a game plan out of this. Looks like Faye has taken tactical secondaries. She's got assassination and deploy teleport homers locked in already. And I should mention as well that because the players actually created the lobby today, so I'm not on my lobby, so I don't have my. I know somebody on the VOD here is going to probably comment. I don't have my overlay that has all of the other extra fixins on it with the dice boxes and stuff like that. We're just going to have to look at those manually. And I do have my top menu on here, so let's get rid of that. That's unsightly. Goodbye. How's it going, everybody in chat? Let's get a prediction going. Found a box of Exalted of the Red Angel. Is that like Angron and a bunch of 8-bound? That used to be that was an Army of Renown, right? Or that was an alternative detachment role, or alternative army build in in 9th edition. Let me know if you can hear me okay, everybody. I think I'm set up correctly, but I have been mucking with my audio settings because some of my videos have had some weird audio, so I've might be a little quieter than normal. Quieter. Relearning how to speak today, apparently, too. All right, let's get this poll underway. Who is going to win? Boom. Get those gambles in, everybody. Tell me what you think. And we'll listen on the player mics real quick. Exclamation point list in chat if you want to go take a look-see at the lists as well. We can go do a little run-through of those while we are going through our first deployment zone here. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Lilithin. Appreciate you. You're the best.
You cannot come on my objective.
Faye is running a pretty classic character spam style of list. We are running 2 Biologus Putrefires, 2 Foul Blightspawn, 1 Lord of Contagion, 1 Lord of Virulence, 1 Mortarion, 1 Typhus. We'll see if Typhus is by himself or in a unit. Yeah, it looks like Typhus is going to be all by himself. Yito Bendito, thanks for the follow as well. Appreciate you. Alongside, the Lord of Virulence and Lord of Contagion, both joining into Desperate Terminator units. Typhus by himself because he is just a lone spellcaster, able to do a bunch of mortal wounds in the shooting phase. Pretty effective. We then have 2 units of 10 Plague Marines. These guys are wildly effective at big units of 10. With the Fetid Virion, they can join 2 characters into the unit, so they both have a Foul Blightspawn and Biologus Putrefire. So they fight first, have that Super Flamer on the Blightspawn, the Putrefire giving them 5+ lethal hits, and himself having a pretty dastardly assortment of grenades. We then have 2 units of 3 Deshroud Terminators, 2 Plague Burst Crawlers, 2 Death Guard Rhinos, 3 units of 3 Nurglings. All good things. It's quite apt for me to be sick for a Death Guard match. Yeah, it's true. You're not wrong, Chad.
I'm not gonna do that yet.
Nurgle has blessed me ahead of this match for sure. Maybe it's a sign I should be playing Death Guard. I lost a bunch of games to Death Guard recently, and now I should just be jumping right on Death Guard.
ABC here will.
Mazimune, how's it going? Thanks for joining in the chat. Going into the GSC list from Mr. Zach, Mr. Slim Hogan. He's running a Patriarch, an Abominant. Patriarchs are epic heroes, chat? Is that right? I guess, like, there is only one of them in the Genestealer call, right? Theoretically. Let's look at their datasheet real quick. I don't know if I've really taken the time to internalize the Patriarch datasheet as much as I wish I had. I could if I could click on things. I'm bad at this game. Oh my god.
So let's start with one Tarian.
There he is. Oh my god, he's an epic hero. Only one Patriarch allowed in your army, chat. You can't, even if you would want to, you can't take multiple of these guys. Very Broodlord style stat line, T5, 6 wounds, 4+ armor and invulnerable save. Bunch of 5 strength 6, AP 2, twin link devastating wound attacks against devastating wounds to his entire unit of pure strength Genestealers that he's joined into. Forces enemies within 6 to take battle shock checks. He can create once per game, use that as a 12-inch aura as well. So kind of a nice board control piece. We've been seeing regular Genestealers and Tyranids do pretty well.
6 here.
And it looks like we've just deployed these guys right up in front. We're just taking a charge for Mortarion.
5 here.
He might get into this Aberrant unit. I don't know if that's going to go so well for Mortarion as much as he would like. Although, depending on what we have on our contagion here, I don't know what we've chosen for our contagion on phase side, but that could be fine. We then also have an Abominant with Inscrutable Cunning, so that's what's giving the Aberrant unit forward deploy here and allowing them to be so close to the fight. Only 1 CP on the first turn as well. Unfortunately, we can't do a cheeky heroic intervention here to stop Mortarion from moving too far forward. We then have 1, 2, 3 units of Acolyte Hybrids, 10 Acolyte Hybrids apiece, those guys with 4 demolition charges each. 1, 2 units of Neophyte Hybrids with a mix of grenade launchers and seismic cannons. The classic Neophyte loadout. The big unit of Aberrants, 10 pure strength Genestealers, and 1 Achilles Ridge Runner. A little low model count for most Genestealer cult lists, but we do have a lot of that aggressive melee, which is very scary. Look at these Genestealers. Are these the new Genestealer scans, by the way, chat? Oh my god, they look gorgeous.
I just have to get closer to the Aberrants. I had no idea. Base them because
look amazing. Good stuff. All right, let's listen on the player mics as we're doing combat.
And you know what? I'm gonna spend a CP to give them sustain hits 1. They have a Biologous Petrifier, so they crit on 5s. So starting with 15 attacks from the heavy plague weapons. Because I think everyone can fight here, right? Oh, this guy has the Paladin. Everyone else does not. Okay.
Here comes the Plague Marine unit.
Everyone else are in engagement range. Right. Yep.
Waiting for an East Coast pod to start? I believe one will start this week.
Those hitting on 4s, sustained and lethal.
I think
on
that
5s.
we are up to 16 in the waitlist, so we'll get one this week.
That works. These are all lethal and sustained. And your toughness 4 baseline, going down to 3 because of my contagion, which means I want to 2s. And Mori lets me reroll once to wound.
No, we're not looking at
which is not great if I reroll into that. This many 5-up rolls, please. 13.
They're all 2 damage, yeah?
Yeah, 2 damage each.
Oof. Brutal attacks from the Plague Marines. So the cool wombo combo here, chat,
do they have a Female Pain or something?
is that we can use the Foul Blight Spawn to give the unit 5+. It gives them lethal hits and 5+ criticals. So if you use their stratagem for sustained hits, and they're in range of a contagion deductive marker, which I don't believe they are quite yet, they can be getting sustained 2 on 5-ups, which is a ludicrous amount of additional damage from these guys. If you haven't seen a Plague Marine unit at full power swinging into an opponent, oh my god. It's going to be disgusting. Now, I think if I were to hazard a guess here, I think that Faye may have chosen the Contagion for -1 OC in leadership, because that one is very good against the uppy-downy style of Genestealer cults. You can also kind of knock with them with -1 weapon skill too, because their base weapon skill values are very low.
Yep. Rerolling once for Morty. For another 25 save.
22,000 for Death Guard. Oh, but only 2 of you have voted. Come on, that's not fair. Get some other people get in there. Oh no! Oh my God. Well, maybe that was a lot. Well, you got Mortarion and the Plague Marines in there.
All right. Well, that worked.
I wonder what the I wasn't here for the initial deployment steps chat, so I didn't catch the player commentary. But I wonder what the thought there was in putting the entire Genestealer cult unit, putting the Genestealer cult units within 1 of the edge here, because that's what allowed this Plague Marine charge. They get a 3-inch disembark plus a 5-inch move, so they move 8 inches out of the deployment zone, and then they can charge and then touch the Genestealers through the wall. If you force that to be a long charge, you could force Mortarion into the unit, and Mortarion, he's pretty good at fighting, but he's only got 15 attacks if he's doing his 1 damage swing, and the 1 damage swing takes 2 swings to kill a Genestealer. So he probably doesn't kill the whole unit. He takes some damage from the Reductus Saboteur, he takes some damage from the kickback, and then he probably dies to the Aberrants. Oh, we're touching the Aberrants? Let's go. Big fight. Get him.
How would it look? No, because I have to base the closest target, right? Oh no, because the liable target. Never mind, you're completely right. I can't do that. Whoops. I guess I could still get into engagement range. This way, pretty sure most of these couldn't actually reach me in melee because there's not enough space for you to put them there. So if I'm smart, this guy can hit me. No, I think. I would try it. We'll try it. We'll see how many you can get in there. So I'm gonna go.
I almost wonder if
they're all against the wall as much as they can, right?
If Zach was,
they're all against the wall.
Was kind of identifying that this matchup might be a little hard because of that scrambler field, and setting up in a position where he could get a really, really devastating alpha strike off. I almost wonder if going on the all-in, if you wanted to put the Aberrants right in front there too. But if the Pure Strain Genestealers had gotten across the table, gotten into one of these Rhinos and surrounded it, and killed several of the Plague Marines inside, that would have been a pretty solid turn 1 hit, right? Because once the Marines are out of their transports, the follow-up shooting can kill them pretty easily. The Plague Marines are not that difficult to kill, despite the fact that they are renowned for their resilience. They're only just +1 toughness over a normal tactical Marine. So largely they just die on the swing back, and seismic cannons and grenade launchers will kill them.
That's not a 1, so that'll be 4 saves. I think they go straight through. They're 4 damage each, so you have to just do Feel and Pains and Force.
Yep, I understand. So first one.
1 dice.
Second one.
It's down to 1 health. Now he dies.
So 3 died and 1's down to 2.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, down to 1.
Yep.
The prediction has been.
And
looks like the prediction
back.
timed out, chat.
Yep, just 1 second.
So I apologize if you haven't gotten into it. So we gave it 10 minutes for submissions, and now it's over. We will choose a winner.
I guess if you do that, then you can't. I guess you want to stay out of combat. Makes sense. Gotcha.
That's correct, yeah.
Yep. Reductus Saboteur gets to hit me.
Yeah, sure.
So pulling the Aberrants out of melee, because Mortarion's based with the Reductus Saboteur, he's not able to move any farther. He's not able to consolidate. There was a pile-in move because the Plague Marines one-shot the entire Pure Straight Genestealer unit, and the Broodlord apparently, which was nuts. Those just casual Plague Marine things. But now Mortarion's just kind of sitting out here. Hopefully the Aberrants can come back and hit pretty hard. They do have a pretty good profile at killing either Mortarion or Plague Marines. Not both, for sure, but they can kill one or the other.
Reductus.
Goodbye, Reductus Saboteur. She has already used her bombs, so she's mostly just there as a friendly.
Now, just a quick question for Trevi, if that's all right. Just with the grenade strats, I know that there is a bit of ambiguity around if you fall back, can you still do it? Because it just says it has not been selected to shoot. Are you playing that as it still needs to be eligible to shoot, or just as written?
Yeah, I believe that you can still grenade if you have fallen back that turn.
Beautiful. All right, thanks, mate.
If you're not eligible to shoot, it would be weird for you to have been selected already.
Yeah.
Weirdness with the grenade strat for sure. That stratagem is that's a strange one. And with Biologist Future Fires and Reductus Saboteurs, we may see a lot of grenades being thrown this game. So we do have Faye should be up 1 assassination right now, right? We'll let her score those out when she's ready. But that's a strong start for the Death Guard. We'll see what Mr. Slim Hogan has in response here. Might be hoping to just like sandbag as much of the game as possible on these aberrants. Interestingly, so we're playing in the ritual today. Interestingly, only objectives in No Man's Land count for scoring outside of secondary objectives. So if Faye can't draw tacticals because she's on fixed objectives, so Zach, yeah, here we go. Oh, the turn 1 capture enemy outpost. Oh, brutal. Is that possible? It's certainly possible with a big enough charge, but it's not great. Oh, that's so gross. On the first turn, you want to get a nice like assassination, a storm hostile objective, something like that would be nice. But no, we got storm hostile. Oh, frustration. Oh well, that should be a redraw on turn 1. I'll die on that hill. Morty is indeed meh, but Faye made this list a month ago. Didn't know better. Yeah, that's fair. That is the downside of the TTS events. There's usually a long lag time if they don't have list updates available. But to be fair, Mortarian's not horrible. He's just maybe not hyper optimal. He tends to die to a lot of the stuff that has really good damage output, despite his resilience. His toughness is okay. His defensive abilities are okay. He doesn't have that many wounds. So he's he does end up going down eventually still.
Let's start with single shot weapons because you're damaged. So these pure
Overwatch, Jesus.
hits you 5 times. All right.
Things,
In the infantry 2 up, infantry. So 5 saves please at AP 1.
So
No cover, so 6 ups. Yeah.
Yep. And
Damage 1 each.
Ugh, yuck. Okay. So.
Oh Jesus, that kills 2
Yep.
guys and 1 takes 1. Holy moly. Okay.
Good.
Then the blight spawn. Actually, you add on to 1, so I have to use another single. I don't think I have single damage weapons left, so I can't do that. Okay. So let's do the blight spawn. How many hits does he get?
There's a casual 3 lethal hits on
Also
plasma
5.
guns.
Okay.
Amazing.
Anti-infantry 2 up.
Who needs it?
Rerolling once for Morty. 5 more saves at AP2, so I think those go straight through.
Yeah,
so it is just
damage.
10 damage in 2s.
And then the flamethrower from the blight spawn. Chat. This is
So
hard
this
to
kills
watch.
a guy, and then takes 1, and then takes 1 more. Yeah, so 1 is done, 2, and 1 is done. Yeah. Then we have 3 plasmas for 6 shots, just on 6s. Nope. And then we have 2 launchers, also on 6s, nothing. And then we do the hazardous tests for the plasmas. We're good. All right, back to you.
All right, and you've got 5 first in this squad, right?
Yeah, from the Blight spawn.
Yep, perfect, cool. So start a shooting phase. We're just gonna do, yeah. Just realized I probably should have just stayed behind the wall and charged down into Morty. Forgot you got 5 first. Oh well. We'll just do a grenade into. I'll just do it into the big rings. Yeah, we'll do it into Mortarian.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good call out. That fight first is gonna be brutal. As we just saw, those guys are pretty lethal. You gotta shoot them.
Sam does it for free. So on pause. So that's 2 mortals into Morty.
Yep. 5 up Final Pain. Nope. Takes 2.
Cool.
Tyrion already
And
down
then we'll just
5.
charge Morty.
Okay. Reminder, there's a little Dirkling here, so I don't think you can even get in range.
Reductive saboteurs are so good, Chad. I think maybe until Neurolictor is released, I think they were hands down the strongest non-operative unit in the game. And I think there is very much still an argument
just go
for
wherever
them.
you want to.
They do so much damage for free, basically. It's almost impossible not to get your points value out of a Reductive Saboteur. Even if somebody wants to come attack at them, they're going to trigger a demolition charge and do much damage.
All right. Let's just do some shooting. Fighting.
Yep.
So do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
Yep, hitting on force costs -1.
Yep. Yep.
Alright, not bad. That's
Okay.
some sustains.
Explode.
So we did do -1 weapon skill, ballistic skill. That is going to really hurt the Acolyte hybrids. They are only hitting on 5's base, so they're going to go down to hitting on 6's on their demolition charges.
Make 3, fail 3, damage 3 each, right?
Yep.
Oh boy.
So,
Mortarion.
feel no pains,
Oh,
take
boy,
7 damage.
Mortarion.
Oh,
Oh,
she's
no.
looking...
This is Abominate, just knock him,
Yeah,
clock him
Abominate.
right in the head.
Alright, shit, okay, still there.
1 explode.
Does he hit on 2 baseline? Oh no, okay, yeah, gotcha.
That's the sustain.
And then strength 12, your T4.
On force. 12, yeah.
One goes
Just
through.
one more at your 4 up.
Oh!
Come on, Morty. There we
Makes
go.
it! Oh my god.
Alright, Morty lifts. I can ignore the
Abominate hits for
bracketing
D6
because
plus
I am
1,
Morty
so
and I
pretty,
ignore everything.
pretty solid chance he just
Hitting you on
one taps
twos.
Mortarion if he gets that
Will
hit
hit,
through.
so
Oh,
both
that
those,
was
and one
hair
of you
raising.
is rerolling once.
Almost
Three
made
is
it.
rerolling once because you have.
I almost
special
wonder if
powers,
you
so it's
if you
just,
cheeky command point
three of
reroll
them.
that hit roll there. Or that wound roll. Try to get the second one through, so you're forcing
Kills
2
the damage
saves.
guy. Yep.
Probably worst case scenario for you, it's a 1-to-1 CP
Oh,
wash because your
okay.
opponent then rerolls the second save. But obviously, there's a non-zero chance you just don't convert it. So
Alright, sweet.
maybe it's not worth the CP. Oof, that was close though. Mortarion does have to battle shock now,
So unconscious.
although it doesn't actually matter for him outside strat usage. He in fact ignores his own OC reduction, which is pretty wild.
Thank you. What's the max? I get 15 VP. Is it only in No Man's Land? It's only in No Man's Land, so I get 10 actually only.
You get 5. Oh, sorry, 10, yeah.
I do hold the middle, yeah. So this one is now stinky, and so is this one.
It's a big goose egg for GSE turn 1.
And then,
I'm curious about that pure straight Genestealer
more
placement.
Morty, which will be... Yeah, I'll choose extra
Because it
range,
felt
I
like we
think.
were just offering them as a bit of a trade.
And then I have to do battleship test for him. He is fine.
Mortarion, kind of like all up in the front here. It gives a pretty good charge around the corner.
Alright.
That's the other downside of not. It is a little awkward against artillery because you don't want to leave any of the neophyte units on the table. You also want to benefit from the Ascension Day perks for deep striking. They get ignore cover and sustain 1 when they deep strike, which is obviously huge. So leaving them on the table is really dangerous because they're less effective, and the Plague Burst Crawlers just get to pick up a bunch of them unless you're dumping CP into them to keep them alive. But that does mean that there's no downside for Faye just like forward deploying everything,
7 more.
just putting everything right in the middle and saying go.
I think this one should
And
probably
that's what
be
allows
covering
Mortarion
most
to
of
get so far up the
almost
table. A
everything
lot of
there.
times you'll have a unit that
Fine.
threatens Mortarion enough
On
that
the
he has to
corner.
jump behind terrain, so he's actually having to move around walls and things on the first
Sure, you
turn,
can't
but not
up
today.
there, and then this one will go over here, I guess, to have
Scratch House
space
has been
for
confirmed
a
to cost
objective
less than a
here.
Vindicare.
Pretty sure I can't put one here.
When does that Warhammer Plus battle report come out, by the way, chat? I literally kept refreshing my Warhammer TV, and I wanted to see the new AdMech stuff.
9 inches away. Now I need to get within 1 inch. Yep, I'm fully aware. That would put me in the wall.
My co-commentators here as well.
I moved 7 here. I would have to advance, which would be silly, so I'm just gonna stay here with this guy. Like so, I'm not in the wall. Yep. And then the Nurglings will do that action. And this guy, can he get within coherency? Yeah, I should be able to get within 6 inches, right?
GSC down to 5 models. Yeah,
Alright, so he's
On
in
the
range of the
table.
aberrants
and then obviously there
to
is
give them the
reserves.
debuff.
Whether or not the reserves are enough to
These Nurglings are going to move up
let
5.
them come back in, we'll see.
Now they're gonna advance. Up 4. They go 9. I'll try to make things difficult for you, and then guys will have to deploy some homers, I think. Oh no, I can make T5S do that, so they can also advance. By 5, Jesus Christ. Alright. Might be space in here, so I have to pull it back a bit. So, 5S will. Can I actually target enemies in engagement range with this? I think I can.
What's that?
Yep, I sure can. So. Alright,
This is
exactly 18
Smite
inches of
coming
you.
down.
There is still space over
In
here.
a sec.
So. Do I just live with that? I think I'll just live with that and hide Typhus behind the wall. It's too far. Yep, there we go. And then the Rhino will advance. Yep. By 6. Oh my goodness. Alright, goes like 13. Whatever.
Whatever. 13 inches. Forge Fiend goes up 20 points next balance update.
And
I wouldn't be
then
surprised. I actually
LOV.
I don't know what the cadence is. I think they said only points updates is next update, right? So we probably see updates to Forge Fiend and a Curse Cultist and Chosen and stuff. Anything that you automatically take in triplicate is probably no good. Oh my god, are we gonna screen the whole fucking table? Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, look at this screening chat. We have like this corner right here. We can put a unit down here. And then we get a ton of crawl everything. Oh god. That's so bad.
Streams drop on me, but nothing else. And the other ones will stay in reserve.
Manijima's list only had one Forge Fiend though.
So
I think, honestly,
overshooting unless you wish to rapidly ingress.
the Forge Fiend's probably fine in different detachments. The issue, I think, is like the mark abilities.
This is the biggest space I think that's there.
Yeah, fair, I'm just assessing.
Not all Chaos Forge Fiends created equal. Yeah, we're talking specifically about the Chaos Space Marine ones. I don't think you would see changes to the other ones. Like Thousand Suns and World Eaters Forge Fiends are not even close to being as powerful. And honestly, Death Guard don't even get them. I don't understand why. Be cool if Death Guard got one that was like, I don't know, applied like a -1 save or something. They shot you with entroplasmic cannons instead of ectoplasma.
And so these guys got
Rhinos need to go up
flames
40.
Yep, and they get to reroll hits. They have anti-infantry
That's a
forearm,
lot.
so
That's fine.
I don't know about that. Rhinos are probably too good, but I don't know. They like facilitate a lot of units that wouldn't normally get that, and I think that's probably okay. I think it might just be like the dedicated transport mechanics are a little silly.
oh whoops, I forgot to move my plague.
Unironically, when you make
That's
ranged attacks against the dedicated
Oh, yeah,
transport,
obviously.
any excess shots,
Yeah, but
they should be treated
I
like
would've
a
just stayed
attached
here. I would have
character.
just cared about being
Excess shots to the transport should hit the unit.
these two things.
I hate it when you overkill a transport by 1 billion and then the unit takes 1 mortal wound. It's obnoxious. I would change the transport mechanics. Transports have anytime a transport has been remotely good in 40k, it's been incredibly like ubiquitous. We saw the same thing with Drukari and 9th edition. We saw the same thing a lot of times.
I didn't think about it, so.
Reno's the best unit in the game.
Alright, +5. Yep.
Gibbous GG, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Make the Nurgle strat infantry only. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's probably how it should be. If you are Nurgle infantry, it makes you impossible to shoot or something. Yeah.
What's the AP? 2? Okay, I'll take on one of the guys in cover for a 4-up. Nope, dice. Launcher, bye-bye. You still
Is
can
this
hit me
an
with the
ingress?
remote explosives.
Oh, we're
too.
ingressing. Oh, this is smart. That's smart, chat. I like that a lot. And then I assume that we have CP in the bank. Yep, we could make these guys untargetable to indirect fire, so we don't lose anybody. Although, to be fair, you can lose the hand flamer guys in the unit. It's not really that big of a deal. Now, do they have a Primus? They do. So they do have full rerolls to hit. So they are hitting on 6s, but they're getting full rerolls, so that's something. Although they're not getting sustained, I don't believe, because they set up on the battlefield. Oh no, they get... Yeah, because they set up on the battlefield in the last turn. I don't believe that's how that works, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
This one died in advance. Everyone else did it, yeah.
The Cursed Cowboy, thank you for the follow as well. A lot of follows today. Thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. I appreciate you all. Just give it to Death Guard. Death Guard are fine, honestly. I don't think Death Guard need anything. It is weird that the Nurgle strat is more powerful in Chaos Space Marines than it is in Death Guard. But I think that, like... I don't know. I think that the factions are different enough that it's okay. Honestly, like, you could just take out the second bit of the Nurgle strat and it would be fine. One of the real issues is that I saw a discussion about this the other day, and somebody was complaining that events keep ruling it that the Nurgle strat applies instantaneously and retroactively forces you to retarget. I was like, well, it's just how that's just how the commentary says it works, and maybe that should change. Maybe you should still have to take at least one hit. All right, so that was a rapid ingress. Now we're going to be shooting into the Reductus Saboteur.
So the shittier one first hits you 2 times. Anti-infantry 2 up. No more rerolls from this boy. And so 1 safe, AP1.
So it's just 6 up.
Yeah, we can on curve, so is it? It's 5 up base. Okay, yeah. Cool. And then the Better Spewer. That big hit. Okay. Anti-infantry 2 up as well. 3 ones. Alright, 3 safes. Oh no, that just goes straight through. It's AP2, no cover, so I think you just die.
Okay.
And 2 damage each. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Bye bye.
we got her.
I get 4 for Assassinate. Oh, and I got 4 for the
I mean, it
Patriarch
replies
as well.
retroactively. So the stratagem is Dark Obscuration is used when you target a unit with an attack, and it says you can no longer target this unit with attacks. The rules commentary said that, so it's used after you declare a unit as a target, and says that attacks can't target this unit. The rules commentary says that when that happens, if it recurred in response to a targeting, it applies to the target that triggered it. So you're using a stratagem after a target was declared that then makes that target illegal, which makes no sense. Conceptually, it just doesn't make any sense. But that's how they said it works. So that's how it works. So then the triggering shot then has to be retargeted. So the stratagem makes you entirely immune to ranged attacks when the rules on the card of the stratagem say you're immune to 1 ranged attack and then everyone else you do. But Rose Commentary said that you're immune to every ranged attack, including the one that triggers it, which who knows?
I'm not really living this day. So do you take mortals? You do. You take 5 mortals.
5 models, okay. So we'll go.
There is Typhus.
Get like half mortals back anyway.
Yep.
Those guys come back in movement phase, thanks to the cult icon. Using his Eater Plague. Dude, I feel like I've got one of those Eater Plagues on me. Whew.
Damage charge.
Could be start of shooting phase, right?
Yep.
Charge here.
Yeah, I could see that. Otherwise, it would never work versus one-shot weapons. Well, like, realistically, what it should do is say you gain stealth, right, against the attack that's shooting at you, and then subsequent attacks can't target that model. So you should get 1 shooting activation into the dark obscurated unit before the strat kicks in. But that's not what the rules commentary said it did. That's what the rules is written on the card say it does, but that's not what rules commentary said it did.
They basically all
which is
face,
just I don't know. Just weird. But that's one of the reasons it's so powerful.
And then the rest can just
You're just wholly immune to damage generally. Missed the old 2 CP Salamander self-sacrifice. That one was, man, that was what a strat. I remember having to like make rulings on that strat, and I could never remember what it did because it got eroded like 4 times.
And
I had no
Strike
idea what that
fight
stratagem
raise,
did by
these
the
guys
end of
can't
the
charge.
edition. Oh my god.
And then same situation as before. 15 attacks from the weapon. I will. Do I
Don't
give
worry,
them sustained
Aberrants.
hits?
You guys will be fine.
No, I don't need to. Okay. So on force, these 2 are lethal, and then these are on toughness 6 on these, right?
Yep, T6 -1 to wound.
Okay.
If you're higher strength than that top.
Yeah, so you go down to 5, but at least I wound you on force.
Build out Legion when enforced explosion. Yeah, major vehicles explode on a 3. Oh my god. That's very, very flavorful. I'd love to see some Alpha Legion flavor come back in the new codex. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So the downside of the Genestealer Cult's position here is that there are so many Death Guard units on the table, and they're everywhere. Almost anywhere that Genestealer Cults place Cult Ambush tokens, it's immediately going to get destroyed. And that's a real problem. And there's really no way to prevent that from happening. So I don't know.
There we go. Oh no, 20.
Unless we can clear out like an entire corner of the table, and there's still reserves that could like ingress in maybe, and then move to destroy them. But basically, we'd have to clear like all these Nurglings and Typhus and the Death Guard right now, which I guess is possible if we drop Neophytes down and they just shoot Typhus to death and the Nurglings. That's probably fine.
Okay. That'll be 8 5-ups, please. And then damage 1.
Sweet.
Whoa!
Okay, well, you'd save them all.
Whoa!
Okay. So what do you have left? You have the 1 Aberrant, 2, 1 at 3, and then the Abominant. Okay. And then I will consolidate, rather.
Oh my god,
here.
did the entire Plague Bird unit kill
then-
one Aberrant?
Monty hits you first. No, you hit me first.
What was that?
Yep, and you're outside of the range.
Let's go, Aberrants. Alright, Abominant. Clock Morty in the head for 1 billion damage and kill him.
Pause. Nice.
Oh no!
Nope. And then the Abominant.
Oh, we flubbed it on Morty. Not like this, chat. Please no. Please not like this. Roll good. Oh, this is so hard to watch. CP
One
it.
wound, neg 2.
CP it. CP it.
We'll
Oh, it
reroll
goes through.
that. Still fail it.
Oh, and the reroll fails. Do we kill? 7
That's
damage!
7, right? Yeah.
Let's
Oof.
go. Oh my
Do some
god.
Philippines. He's dead.
Exacties!
explode?
Let's go, Abominant!
Nope.
The epic duel to the death. The Aberrants are too strong for the Plague Marines. They survive their charge, and the Abominant turns around, whacks Morty upside the head, and one-shots him.
Yep.
That
Like
was cool. And now they have a space to fall back if they want. Alright.
4 for homers.
Alright.
And over to
Alright.
you.
I don't think that changes the game, but it was
Right.
cool.
Shooting time. Oh yeah.
Rodriguez would have a hell of a time getting around the terrain. Yeah, this is just the US Open layouts. The one thing to keep in mind is that in the most recent update, these ruins have been reduced to 2 inches, so you can move over these. So Rodriguez can jump over this. If he gets, like, starts here, he can cross the corner and then go through the middle. But usually the Great Unclean ones just like go through this channel in the center. They just go like this because they want to go to the middle objective. Or you just deep strike them. You just do a good old deep strike on them. All right. So we are back to Slim Hogan's turn. He has increased his model count on the table by quite a bit. He's gone from 5 models to 9 models. And he has killed a single Mortarian, so that's good. Yeah, the big bases are annoying for sure. Yeah, we're trying to strike a happy medium between the terrain being, you know, good for line of sight blocking and able to be traversable with the big bases. It's a tough
But you can definitely kill the
line
light
to
spell characters and you
toe,
definitely
but
can kill Typhus.
we're slowly but surely making it there.
Battle shock on the bottom.
It's better now that towering doesn't let you see through everything. We used to have really big walls on all the ruins so that you could actually
You
hide
get some
like 5-man
revivals
units in
from
there
the
from towering models, but
acolytes.
now you don't need that anymore.
Oh,
Because you
right.
can just hide behind the
Nice.
ruin now. So we reduced the wall size. That was a very positive change for terrain construction.
Oh, wrong button.
Would like to force explosion for orcs. Like a 1 or 2 CP strategy if you play yellow orcs. Yeah, it's always been weird that orcs don't have an auto explode, honestly. Although they do have Kareen, which is like, it's not an auto explode, but it is an if you explode, and that's like a game-winning stratagem. If you remember it and you have the CP at the right time, moving a transport before it's destroyed and you can disembark units wherever you want is like kind of nuts. Unironically, super duper strong. Now, I'm a little bit worried about, oh, this is a very aggressive, what do we do? Oh, we're engaged, chats. Well, we can't deploy there yet, actually. Unless we're just coming to kill the rhino? Because I don't believe that we can extricate these guys from melee before the reinforcement stuff here. So, the issue being that you can't then shoot into the Plague Marines, and the Plague Marines can overwatch you if you deploy there without the Aberrants engaging. And that Plague Marine overwatch kills probably most of this unit. As we saw, we got those lethal hits off of all the 6s on the little guns, and then there's 2 flamers in the unit, plus a bunch of battle blast weapons, which is really
Do
dangerous.
keep in mind, if you want to shoot the Plague Marines, you will have to fall back first
Oh,
and get
yeah,
them in.
I'm well aware.
Oh, we're just gonna eat it. Zach's like, it's okay. You roll ones. Whatever. But this is pretty common. Players usually just proxy out their deployments before they go to their shooting. And I would be surprised if we didn't see neophytes drop in off the side over here. And start to pick up all these little friends in the corners. Give the Genestealer cults a space to regrow their invasion. The nerfs to the GSC respawn strats, respawn abilities were like pretty intense, honestly. I was surprised to see them get hit so hard, because it really mitigates their ability to come back in situations like this. Whereas previously they were kind of baked around the fact that the...
Oh, yeah. Shit. No, I didn't. Thank you. I sure do. I did forget about that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't think
Doesn't matter.
I don't think there was much where you could have put it, to be honest, because
Not really.
I could have come down anywhere. You didn't really have anything, so but you could put them in reserve, right? So if one garbage dies, you can instead get those guys back. So that's actually still valuable.
Yeah.
So go roll
Yeah,
it.
exactly. No, I rolled a 3.
Oh, you did. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, so that's fine.
Just rolling your cult ambush abilities. The entire faction was based around the fact that they have the worst defensive stats in all of 40k, just about. I think on a faction-wide basis, I think they are probably just straight up the worst defensive stats in 40k. Because 90% of your army is T3 5-up save, which is real bad. And they lose their army, like, multiple times a game. And the fact that they could then respawn and have a chance to come back in the game and your opponent had to play around that was really interesting and cool. But now the fact that they basically don't respawn in the new version is pretty unfortunate. And especially now, as we're seeing them just sort of have to run into the teeth of the enemy is a little bit obnoxious. Now, fortunately, it looks like we do have some spots here where we could potentially move out the acolytes and then open some spaces for units to come in. Be interesting to see if neophytes can pop into the back here. Pack123, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. We could see some heavy weapons drop in here to try to kill the Death Shrouds. You do have to stay outside 12 inches of that unit, or at least most of the unit, because again, that's another good Overwatch. But if you bait that Overwatch, then maybe the Plague Marines don't Overwatch. I don't know. Same, they nerf the respawns instead of making the shooting and strats less ridiculous. Yeah, I think I agree with that for sure. Like the combos were there really nice. Were like super powerful. And honestly though, like they were sort of the most solvable of super strong factions in 10th edition. Like Eldar, on release, right? I don't know what you do about that faction. They move at the end of your movement phase, everything rolls everything and gets automatic 6s and does 1,000 damage. You're like, okay, well, I die, I guess. But like Genestealer cults, you played 12-inch deep strike denials, you played reactive deep strikes, you played infantry sweeping, and you could beat them with a regular army. It was very difficult, but they were solvable. And I think once they got points cuts and once they got a couple of nerfs, they were also they ended up being they were slowly on the down tick in terms of their win rate because people were learning how to defeat them. And I think that it's okay for some factions to do that. They weren't the easiest faction to play. You definitely saw people misplay Genestealer cults and just die. And I think they definitely need to be toned down a little bit, but they got the nerf hammer a million different ways. In some instances, the nerfs in the most recent data slate were like way egregious on some factions. Free strat changes and higher points cost, yeah. I mean, some of it is that the strat changes. I don't think GW really considered the strat changes when it came to balancing a bunch of stuff. Like, it was the same for Tyranids, right? Like, Tyranids, the entire faction was based around stratagem economy, and then they nerfed that. And then they also gave them points hikes. I think it was the same for Genestealer cults. I think it was the same for 1,000 Suns. Bunch of different factions got hit that way. But it is what it is. We'll see them come back in the new data slate. They'll be good again. Fortunately, with these like biannual data slates, if you play two fairly different factions, I think you're probably in a position where one of your factions is in a very good spot competitively every season, and you're probably good from there. I don't think we're quite at the level of like 8th edition where everybody had a million factions because everything would be different over a 2 month period. Swarmy being 270 is a war crime? I know. Yeah. He's so bad at 270. Oh, Swarmy. Oh, Swarmy, you silly goose. He just maybe have a higher AP to be 270. Anyway, at least, right? All right, make that guy AP 3. Justice for Swarmlord. Our CSM getting hit hard this time, right? Well, to be fair, like CSM, I don't think I would blame Genestealer or Genestealer, GW. Jesus, what is wrong with me today? I don't think I would blame GW for CSM being too strong because I think the power level of that faction kind of came out of like it came from the combination of the faction already being relatively strong but being pushed down by other factions that were stronger. And it was just like, it was basically what they were worried about, where they were like, well, if we nerf some factions, other factions are going to get more powerful. And they just didn't. They nerfed everything but Chaos Space Marines, basically. And that was the one that came out of being good. But yeah, I think now that they've won, they sort of, they performed very well at World Championships. I think they're going to get the hammer in a little while. Although, I do appreciate, I like Chaos Space Marines. Like, I like how Chaos Space Marines are good. I think I've said this before, but like, they're very synergistic and they're very aggressive. So they're not like Eldar where they're this faction that you just can't interact with. You can't do anything about them. They're just like up in your face and they're like using a bunch of rules together, which is like in a cool way. I would prefer armies like Chaos Space Marines be good than armies like Eldar. And they don't necessarily like beat you with math or anything either. They just beat you with their, what's the word? With their like synergies. They don't like outvalue your data sheets. They outvalue with the like interactions in their faction. So not like Leagues of Votann where they just like put their data sheets on the table and say go. I guess is the counterexample. So we're going to put a bunch of Acolyte Hybrids down. We're probably going to respawn Acolyte Hybrids off of them to get them further up the table. More guys in range of the Rhino. Now, Rhino 2 does have 10 Plague Marines in it. So I wonder if what we're going to try to do is set up a situation where one of the Rhino has to disembark in range of the other Acolytes and then blow them up. That is a way to get rid of them. That's what we got to do. This Death Guard list is scary, but it's not invincible. And if we can knock out a bunch of Plague Marines this turn, that's going to be a big deal.
Only the demolition charge of assault, right? Not the rest of the squad.
Correct.
Have I seen previews for AdMech? I glanced over them. I've been working on a mini Chima video, so I haven't looked too hard at them. I liked what I saw so
Can
far,
you just
though.
tell me
They seemed
exactly
okay,
where
I guess.
Flamers and stuff are? You're scared.
GSC win rate is in the
So
trash.
the
Yeah, for
scariest
sure.
flamer is the Pal Blight spawn over here.
I don't disagree. They definitely
Then
need
you have one flamer here.
they definitely
I think
need
that's everything, and the
a lot of
Biologist
help.
also shoots pretty hard on launch.
They got
Everything else is pretty.
hit way too hard.
I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not the craziest. And of course, all the Death Shroud also have flamers.
Yep. Thank you. I'm gonna stay outside of the light spawn.
I appreciate Zach so much for this movement, by the way. He's in such a tough spot, right? Like 90% of the board is screened out from his drops. He's in a tough matchup on a hard mission, and he's trying to find a line, and I appreciate that. I think there is a universe maybe he can knock a Rhino out with the units inside if he can get a really good demolition charge shot. It's gonna be tough to deal with this unit, especially because they swing first, so they're gonna fight on the Aberrants. I don't know how he does with that without getting Overwatched to death, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, we're gonna look somewhere else, it looks like. Understandable. Oh, just over here. Hello. Man, Plague Marines are like such a mess for Genestealer cults. So this is gonna block potentially one flamer from shooting. The Foul Blight Spawn is the dangerous flamer because he's the strength 7. Although it's all anti-infantry, so it doesn't really matter. It's all wounding on 2s. But his is AP2, I think, is the difference. Yeah, so he's not punching through their save. He just straight up kills people. Whereas the other flamer lets him save on 6s. That's a tough one. It's window. It's also a window in this door. I don't know if it entirely blocks line of sight there. But the
Like that you are, yeah.
the fact that this is like a flamer toting unit with a bunch of really powerful special weapons against infantry, that also is good in melee. So it can probably kill 10 like GSE infantry on the shooting phase between the two flamers, the explodey gun from the putrefier, and potentially their once per game free grenade strat. You could probably kill 10 GSC guys with the shooting step activation, and you absolutely kill them in the fight phase. So this unit can single-handedly just pick up two acolyte units, and that's super dangerous. So you have to like constantly give them. We were surprised at how well Necrons did at World Championships. I mean, I guess if I told you I was surprised that Necrons did well, then people wouldn't believe me. I've been too vocal about how good Necrons are, but so I guess I wasn't that surprised, especially given the fact that so many armies are like, especially with Space Marines being good, right? Everyone's focused on this like high value target, like clearing high value targets, and Necrons are just like, hey, how about here's 50 like idiots that regenerate. Do you have infinite onslaught Gatling cannons? No? All right, well, get stuffed, I guess.
And Ridge Runner, and then these will be my next job with it.
Yep, ODF left in reserve, 1 squad, and the 5-man. Okay.
All right, so
Cool.
what's taking the shots
yeah, I
here,
think I will
looks like?
overwatch these.
Everything but a Plague Spewer?
You don't get to revive these, right? Because they weren't on the board, so they don't get anything back.
Yeah, I believe so.
Alright, yep, let's do that. So,
Trevi, is that the way you're ruling it here?
Yeah, that's just how it works. You can only place units into coherency with models that were in coherency at the start of the phase.
Yeah.
Because you were off the table at the start of the phase. It's not in coherency.
Yep.
alright, let's start with the big boy.
That's
The
not
Foul Blight
even a
Spawn.
house
How
rule.
many will he hit?
That's just rules commentary
I'll
as
average.
written.
On a 2, I think you just die, because it's like AP2, no cover. So 3 guys die from that, and then we have the Biologus.
Yeah, this is
Or-
brutal.
3 + 3 + 10 units in your model, right? So 8. So on 6s, absolutely nothing. Alright, then we have 3 plasmas, which obviously will not overcharge against you. Nothing again. And then we have anything else? We have 1 launcher, and I think after that we are done.
Hey, Sir
Yep.
Dingley Dan, thank you for the sub. 10 months in a row, my guy. Thank you so much.
1 hit
Really
from the
appreciate you.
launcher, auto wounds from lethal, so AP1. You do get cover.
Cool.
One more guy dies. Well, that was not the most incredible thing. But
I think that saves
works.
the Nurglings from being potentially getting killed. These little silly guys.
Menu.
Silly little guys over here. They're
Oh,
so
it's not actually
silly.
D6 plus 3, I almost cheated you. My apologies, it's only D6 plus blast. But I missed all anyway, so.
Alright. And then I do any drops. So,
Alright. Well,
try and
I still get the demo charges off. Now we are -1 to hit, which is a little bit unfortunate. So we'll see if we can roll some re-rolling 6s. They do sustain, so that's something. We are fishing. We can't
and your
forget
contagion range 6 now anyway, isn't it?
icon.
Yep, with the exception of the Lord of Virulence, who has 9 inches.
I think that's all I'm gonna do. Actually, no, I just want to fucking playing for points at the moment, so let's just go down here.
Start a GoFundMe for Jim's Workshop to have a better 40k stream with me casting. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I was a little sad at Battle Brothers that the just the venue setup didn't let me cast very much, but I've got Everwinter in what 3 weeks or so, and I'll be on full-on casting mode over there. They always have a casting room specifically set up, which is like always very cool. But I know, I mean, it's a whole thing. Like I understand Games Workshop needs to maintain control of their live stream cast because it is like such high traffic, like high exposure, and they are what's the word, liable if anything like goes horribly wrong with it. So they want to like vet their casters and all that stuff, and they want to have control of the English live stream, which I totally understand. I get it. But it is unfortunate. I wish that they would have set up 2 streams for AOS and 40k. Just like not only because I don't want to be like one of those people who's like, oh, AOS, blah 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 blah. I'm not the biggest AOS fan in the world, but it's just like it's awkward for both parties, right? Where you're just like, well, I'm a 40k player, but like half of our time we're on this AOS stream, or I'm an AOS player, but half the time we're on this 40k stream, and nobody has any idea what's going on. It's like bad enough. People complain enough when you switch between games of one system. Switching between games of multiple systems is crazy. And I think that there's a universe, right, where you make that into like a really cool marketing thing, and you have the stream be like really bare bones, sort of base level, where you're like, all right, here's all what's happening, and here's why each of these games has a cool. Here's our call to ambush icon regenerating guys. Here's why all of our games, like each of our game systems, is unique and cool in their own way, and they just like didn't do that. So like, I don't know. The fact that like not even the commentators like had player mics available was like kind of silly. Like they didn't have player audio being piped in, so they didn't know what was going on. They were just like talking about random stuff most of the time. I don't know. Like I think that Honest Wargamer does a good job of like creating these situations where they use the stream to teach newcomers how the game works and how the mechanics work, and I didn't get that impression from the GW stream, but I think that's just totally like a problem with not making the players. Honestly, they should have sent it just to the commentary team, but they didn't, so it is what it is. Yeah. Me and Joe from War Games Live, we've commentated together several times, actually. It's super fun. I very much enjoy that. I enjoy commentating a lot. It's much, I mean, I guess this goes without saying. It's much less stressful than doing the full streaming thing, obviously. I always have to, every time I'm doing commentary and I'm streaming, it's always like I have to stop talking for a bit to fix problems or whatever. But when I'm on commentary, like I just get to talk about the game, which is awesome.
I think that's a very dead rhino right there.
All right, how would our roll go? Oh man!
All right.
9
Warning
sustain.
on strength 12, right?
Do they
Something
sustain this
insane
thing?
like that. It is.
So
All
11
right.
at next.
Let's double check that.
They do not ignore cover, do they? No, you still also still ignore cover. Absolutely. 5 ups.
Is there,
I take 16
effect
damage. Do
is
I
in play
explode?
until the end of the battle.
Nope.
Right?
Means the boys will have to get the heck out of there.
End of your next fight phase, yeah. So they will still gain all of
These
the
guys can't really hit me
buffs
from over
of,
there, right? What is the range?
The Ascension Day detachment ability until the end of the fight phase. So they're also going to gain them in melee when they go in to fight these Plague Marines. That's pretty cool. Although I don't know if they will because that's a scary fight first you're walking into there.
Can I potentially shoot you over there? I would want to shoot the blue squad. Would it matter? It probably wouldn't matter, so I'll just put the weapons in the front.
Chad, I was kind of thinking, I have an open invitation from speaking of commentary and covering events, I have an open invitation from FLG to stream their events and to stream LVO. I was kind of non-committal because the travel costs are kind of nuts to get to Las Vegas with all my kit. But I was like, after streaming more often, I kind of want to do it. I don't know. It would take quite a bit for me to get there, but I would love to go stream a table at LVO. That'd be so rad. For LVO champs.
Alright, this is all my units. The rhino is gone. Let me roll for my potential mortals. 12 rolls. 1 guy dies. So I'll take out this boy.
Alrighty. Let's do. I'm gonna spend one. Oh, sorry. Actually, no, I'm not.
Take a train. Yeah, I'm worried about planes. Like
Absolutely.
I would have to. I don't know. I'm worried about my kit getting lost, basically, on a plane. That's why I've driven to all of the events I've gone so far. Like the time investment is a little extra time investment, right? It'll take an extra 2 days or so. Most of the places I've been to drive instead of fly, but I don't have to deal with losing my bag. But like I'm just hosed if my computer goes missing, right? Or if it breaks or whatever. Like I think I could probably like get, you know, robust enough carriage equipment that would probably be fine, but like I don't know if it's worth the hassle to get cases and everything and then like check bag it or ship it. I could ship it maybe. That's even scarier. I'm not sure. So I could drive, but driving is like
They do, okay.
it's like whatever, 4 days each way or whatever, which is a ton of time.
I still got 10. Yeah.
37.
Brash01, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you.
So this will be on 5s. Is -1/+1.
And Amoth. Not lots of follows today. I appreciate everybody jumping in on the follows.
Oh boy, and
Hope you all are having a good weekend.
A wound on 2s.
Yeah, 5 in there. Oh, look at that.
Yep, 2s rerolling 1s.
Look at this demo charge shot. Holy crap. Oh
So
my
that
god.
is 27
And this is
at
why
AP
demo
for-
charges were the rage
Oh
for the
boy.
longest time, chat.
All right, I think those will
27
stay true.
AP2, no cover onto the Plague Marines. Can you make that Plague
they'll
Marine
die.
squad?
Yeah, basically. Actually,
Oh, I think
do the leaders have a info
Faye's
on
just
any
calling
of
it.
them?
Yeah.
Nope.
It's just like, whatever.
So-
Who cares?
Bye-bye, all of those boys.
All right, fair enough. Now, obviously, the benefit of the Death Guard here is that they hold the objectives anyway, right? Because they are locked in, even though the Nurglings are OC0. We've already contagioned this objective, so Faye's going to score it on the top of her next turn. So she's going to get a 15 on primary. Pretty good turn, I would have to say, from the Genestealer called so far. Zach is definitely making the most of it, and you can return to the shadows with some of these units, in order to give them a redeploy on the coming turn even though they're out in the
The
corner
yellow
here.
or the blue squad? Because the blue squad doesn't get.
They're doing the green spot.
Yep. Oh, green. Sorry, colorblind.
Hey Moth, how's it going?
And
Welcome
then
to the
so
chat.
we've got-
Talk to you dudes.
Like
Hate
it.
demo for what it did. The faction's dead without it. Not wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not
I mean,
right
for the
next.
longest time, they got away with seismic cannons and grenade launchers, right? But the demo charges were just too
Oh,
good,
Jesus.
right?
Oh, he's super dead anyway, so.
I can't say anyway.
Oh, I see. I rolled 3 5s, 1 6.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You want to hear my
Sounds good.
silky smooth influenza voice? Yeah. I am the mouthpiece of Nurgle today, chat. Yep, this is Tabletop Simulator! Exclamation point! How to play in chat. We'll get you to the new player tutorial playlist, and that has some info on how to join TTS. I might have to update those videos though. They're a little old. All the info should be correct, but they are a couple years old. I can make better ones.
Yep. For I make 1.
There you go, chat. Ta-da! Come join us at exclamation point Discord as well if you're not in the Discord. We talk about Warhammer 24/7. We play Warhammer 24/7. There's always people in there playing a billion games. Right now, there are 4 games going, which is rad. And this is 10th. Yep, 10th edition. This is the finals of an event. So over in the server, we run events on a weekly basis. They're called pods. They're 4-round events. There's a wait list you can join. Usually within a week or two, you'll get added to a pod. They run 1 game a week for 4 weeks, and then they're done. And so every finals, or we try, I don't want to say every single finals, but generally speaking, I will try to stream every finals that our schedule lines up on. So this is a pod finals occurring right now. So both these players are 3-0, trying to get the big W to get the 4-0 victory. It's definitely in Faye, the Death Guard player's favor right now. She's got a lot of board control and is looking pretty solid, but Slim Hogan, Zach over here, our Genestealer player, is making the most of it. He's doing what he can. It is a tough mission for him and a tough matchup, but he's trying.
Of course.
So trying to clear out a Nurgling unit as well. So we're trying to basically... Oh my god.
I did not on a point. Pick up. Oh. Save 1, so this is B3 in order, which should probably just... That's 1 dead,
That should kill the unit.
2 dead, 3 dead. Bye-bye.
So that was shots from our Seismic Cannon friends over here in the Neophyte Squad. They jumped up on the table this turn. GSC basically trying to create a safe spot in the corner where they can bring in their reinforcements without being molested by the Biologus Putrifier units over in the center. Although we have killed 1 unit of Plague Marines, so that's a big deal. As well as their Attendant Rhino. 2nd unit of Plague Marines is on the table. But there's still a lot of Death Guard units to be dealt with right now. And as long as the game goes, the Death Guard Contagion Aura is going to get bigger, and that's just muck with the Acolyte's ability to deal with them.
I should have ingressed these turbies, but I didn't. Well.
So Faye does have 1 additional unit left. She could elect to hold it in reserve and just rapid ingress it on the Genestealer cult turn to give it another phase of movement. That's a little known use case of rapid ingress. You can actually hold yourself past your own battle round, your own turn 3 to rapid, if you're going first, to then rapid ingress bottom of battle round 3 on the opponent's turn. The only requirement is that you come in during the 3rd battle round or be destroyed. And now Faye, she does have locked objectives, so she's deploying teleport homers with the Nurglings to score that secondary. Very obnoxious. The Overwatch from the Plague Marines in the center here killed enough of these Acolytes that they weren't able to threaten the Nurglings previously. They did have a bunch of Flamers that were in range there, but those all died to the Flamer Overwatch. Too much started in reserves versus a slow army. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on the top. It's a tough question because there's so much artillery on the side of the table. I mean, I don't want to say so much. There's 2 Plague Crawlers, right? But you're just bleeding either casualties or command points, keeping your guys alive in response to the artillery shooting, and that is it's not particularly sustainable, unfortunately, for the Genestealer cults. So you're definitely incentivized to go into reserve. The downside, obviously, is that you have no way to stop this like aggressive push in the center of turn 1. I think that Slim probably did not anticipate Mortarion getting into the Aberrant unit. I think he expected that the Aberrants would get a swing back. But he ended up losing 3 to Mortarion and like 2 more to an Overwatch, which is brutal, before they even got to play. And that was unfortunate, because that unit will just pick up a Plague Marine squad if they're able to get through the fight first. Are they Meisning lasers or seismic cannons? They are seismic cannons today, I do believe. Yeah, they're all seismic cannons on the neophyte units. Here they are, the little seismic cannon boys. Look at them. He's got a little welding mask on and everything. He's ready to go. Hope I'm feeling better. Quiet Spoons, thank you so much for the sentiment. I appreciate that. I am feeling a lot better. I'm not 100%. I'm still a little sniffly, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely.
Yeah, like 3.6 here should actually get me in here. Okay, well.
Which do I recommend? I think that like a healthy mix is good. I would say probably 2 seismic cannons for 1 mining laser is pretty good. The mining lasers give you like better, like high. They let you deal with like high toughness and damage reduction stuff a little bit better, whereas the seismic cannons are overall, I think, higher damage output. But you run into like a Redemptor Dreadnought, and the seismic cannons are like, they're very sad. Whereas mining lasers don't have that issue.
Let's put him here. Actually, I don't want you to get easy angles on me. Okay. And then this guy's moved. Death Shroud will. Can anyone shoot? This guy can shoot. Right? Am I within 12?
Well, I put almost everything on the table last turn.
Yeah. If I go here, am I within 12? No.
Crossing our fingers for some cult ambushes this turn, Jets. Let's go.
I will. I'll advance this. No one wants a squad, so.
What would have been interesting is to try to get a unit in
I have
line
only
of
rolled
sight
6
of the
for
Plague Marine
advance.
team.
This is absurd.
Although I don't know if we
Yeah.
have any.
I don't
we
even
do have
need
a
to move
Primus.
this guy more than like a tiny bit.
Yeah, if you could have a unit in line of sight.
Okay,
of the
so this
Plague
one can
Marine
see a
unit,
blue squad actually, which means I get
an Overwatch triggered there would be really brutal because they still.
Interesting.
They still, I believe, gain the benefit of the. I guess they would have lost the cult ambush benefit because it is.
And these guys as well, which means I get the Biologos if I want to shoot it. Oh, can the Biologos shoot you here actually?
It has been in your fight phase already, but they still get rerolls from the Primus. So and the seismic cannons are pretty well statted to kill Plague Marines, so you can probably knock down a lot of the unit, and that makes your life a lot easier when dealing with that the next turn.
That is. And that is. Does mean you could drop something here, but you can always drop something there anyway, because at this point I can't stop you from that. Okay.
TSS not implementing any rolls. Do you mean TTS? Yeah, that's basically how it works. TTS is literally just like a physics simulator, and it gives you the framework to play 40k on. But you still have to know how to play 40k. It doesn't do it all for you.
What the fuck?
But that does mean that there's like some stuff it will help you with. Scoring, obviously. Card draw, like deck manipulation, all that stuff. It sort of does for you with the score sheet, the scoreboard over here. And there's some stuff that some of the tools can help you with, stuff like measuring auras and ranges and coherency and stuff. It can do for you, but 90% of it you do yourself.
Nah, I have to keep those. I'll have to keep them in reserve.
So keeping the Death Shrouds in reserve for a bottom 3 rapid ingress. Let's go.
And then
That's some spicy play right there.
Just before you do that.
you want an ingress? Yeah.
Yeah, I probably will.
And here is an ingress from Slim Hogan. Last unit of 5 acolytes. Doesn't want to drop anywhere it gets picked up by those infantry squads. Ultimate Warhammer campaign sim. Basically, the number of times I've seen people playing like 4,000 point narrative games on TTS is like rad. It's so cool. All the models are free? Yep.
Actually, no.
Yeah, the models come from a community-generated mod called the Battleforged mod pack. It's largely like rips from video games and photo scans off the GW website. That's mostly what we're seeing here. But that's all available for free. Yep. It is, in fact, illegal to sell it.
But you'll get a minus.
But you can support the Battleforge team on Patreon, and I highly recommend you doing that. But all the links to those, if you go to tts40k.com, that's the website for the competitive series I run. All the links to that are available there.
I will shoot all the tiny shooting in here. So that's gonna be the spewer. It's gonna be the blight spawn actually can't see you anyway. So the blight spawn, the non-overcharged plasmas, and I might as well throw the biologus into the aberrants, and let's shoot this one plasma there as well. Oh, can the spear actually see? Yeah, I can see that guy. Okay, and shoot this one plasma in here as well, and the launcher as well. Sure. All right, so blight spawn into your guys over there. 3 on 2.
Yeah, no problem with the advice. If you need any help, go ahead and hit people up in the Discord,
2 plasmas
or
there.
post in the Discord.
3.
Lots of people willing to help out with TTS stuff.
Oh yeah, and overcharging the one plasma that goes into the air bombs, obviously, but not the other one.
Sure.
On 3s, this is lethal. Wounding you on a 2. Yeah, because he has toughness 2 right now. So pretty sure that also goes straight through. So that's just gonna be 3 dead.
They're T3 at the moment. The toughness 4.
Yeah, strike 7 on the plasma.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, right. The toughness 4 baseline, right?
So,
the Neos are 3, but yeah.
Any AP? Sorry, any AP.
Oh, it's only AP2, right? So you get with cover, you do actually get 6 ups. Sorry, I forgot that's only AP3 when overcharged. So 3 saves on 6 ups.
3.
Yeah, 3. Okay, 3 more die, and then the spewer for 5 hits. 5 saves, AP1, no cover, so 6 ups as well. Okay, so that wipes the squad. Do you get it back?
Primus is down to 2.
Oh, Primus, right, I forgot about that guy. Do I have anything left? Oh yeah, the launcher. No, the launcher goes in here, so I believe, yeah, that's it.
Oh man, these cult ambush rolls are brutal. That's gross.
The launcher into your other guys. 2 hits, but not lethal, and you are currently toughness 5, so on 3s. No, on 4s, because you are aberrants. 1 safe, AP1, you get covered, so 5 ups.
5 ups. Cool.
That's 4 damage total.
Sorry, lag is crazy.
You take 1 single point of damage. And then the Biologus with his grenades for 3. And then on a... What's the strength? 6? It is strength 5, but you are currently toughness 4, but it doesn't matter because you get -1. So on 4s, 2 saves, AP1, you get cover.
Sorry, I can't move anything with the lags. Yeah, I can't pick up dice at the moment.
Oh?
Doesn't look like
Not
the
sure if I
lag
can
is
fix
too
it.
bad.
About that. Is it okay on Trevi's end?
Yeah, I mean it's fine for me. Looks like Zach's latency is a little high, but it's not like crazy.
It's just catching up now.
Yeah.
Cool. So was it 2 saves?
Yeah, 2 saves.
And
AP1, you get cover.
6s.
So 2 damage again, I think. Let me make sure I'm... Yeah, it's 2 damage. Okay.
These
So just one guy down to
aberrants,
1.
man! Oh my god!
Primus still lives.
They just will not die.
And the
This aberrant has withstood the attacks of an entire Plague Marine squad plus all that shooting. Absolutely insane.
What is your
Something
closest
something
group
4
squad,
plus saves. 50% of the time it works every time. You know what I'm saying?
The other squad, what is the Biologus at? With his
The
leadership?
Biologus.
Phagus, sorry. As a 7 up. Okay, I will shoot this PPC into the yellow squad.
Mhm.
So I'm out of range for the entropy cannons. Am I in range for the Rothail? No, it's also not high. Okay. So d6 plus 3 plus blast for oh, it's plus 3? It's plus 3, right? It is plus 3. So 8 shots plus blast. You are 20 right now, 21?
20.
So
21.
plus
sorry.
4. Yep. Hitting on 3s. I don't think I can see the yellow squad with my... No, he can't see that. Okay.
They might be custodians.
So just hitting on 3s. 2 lethal hits.
Just make your 4 plus invuln saves
Three,
against
so
everything. It's
2s.
fine. Although they get their feel no pain against
So just
devastating
5
wounds.
saves.
Can custodians stay the same?
Maybe.
This just in,
Maybe.
aberrant's literally harder to kill than custodian guard.
It's 2 damage each, so just...
They're also smaller, right? Because they're on 32s.
And then, yeah, we'll have
They're
to
just a
ask
big
the
dude
others
on
to kill
32s,
someone.
which is a little bit funny.
Yeah, and then I'll have to ask you to take a battle shock test after.
Lore accurate.
That's insane. Oh my gosh. There we go. Got there eventually. Battleship. Oh,
Should be a 7 up. You fail it.
no.
Alright.
Oh no, can't untargetable them. Mid-phase battle shock, not the end of the world in this case. Although it does mean that they can't go back into reserve. That's a big deal, I guess. But we still have that purple unit to do that, and that's the one with the Primus anyway, so that's the one that we're most excited about, jumping up and down. Doing the uppy downies with, as they say. But we're really starting to see like the issue with the scrambler fields in this matchup. Because Faye is locking objectives, it's not enough for neophytes or for the Genestealer cults to kill the Death Guard off the objectives. As soon as the Death Guard hold an objective for a round, they hold it until your opponent takes it. And the Genestealer cults can't deep strike onto the objectives because of the mission rule. So they basically lock that objective like indefinitely unless the GSE can rapid ingress or otherwise get it into a position to walk onto the objective. Whereas what the GSE want to be doing is jumping tunnel crawlers up to snake them around all these objectives, steal the objectives, prevent them from scoring. Then even if they die, their opponent's primary score is low, but that's not going to be possible for them right now. That also makes Faye's ability to screen a lot easier. Now it looks like we have gone into the aberrants. We're hopefully going to mop those guys up. Maybe second time's a charm, potentially, but who knows at this point. And then I think we measured to get some silly little guys into melee with the Acolytes. That's a losing proposition for the Nurglings, but it does mean that we prevent the Acolytes from just flamering the Plague Marines the coming turn. They can't use their demolition charges again unless they die and respawn, but obviously that's not the problem currently.
He has to base. He can't base, so he just goes here. He goes here. Actually, let's make him touch this point. And the Blightspawn can go here. Alright, and then the silly little guys will go into the Acolyte hybrids. That's a 4. Now the question is, was 4 good enough? I don't think so. But if I move this 3 inches here, how far away am I from either of you guys? No, that is 4. That is 4. Alright. So 1 inch here, right? And that is an engagement range. Beautiful. Alright. Alright. And I think that's also all my charges, because these guys can't. And then I go to the fight phase. You have 2 CPs, so you could interrupt me, which means I will definitely start here, and I will spend 1 CP to give them sustained hits too, because I want to make sure here. As they're touching a point, it is 2 rather than 1. And then we still have all 15 plague weapons. On force. As many is sustained, and of course lethal. And then toughness 4. No, 5. So on 3 is going up to force. Okay. So that'll be 16 saves, please. Oh no, not save. 16 times 2 damage.
Yeah. Let it catch up. Yep, dead. Cool.
Yeah, that's all that. Okay.
Do they come back? They do.
Does the Abaddon that you have to roll at the end of the phase, is it?
Well, the Aberrants come back on a 5. So they come back, and then the Abominant would be on a 2 up. He comes back as well. So
Yep. Does he come? He doesn't come back immediately though, right? He's at the end of the phase.
end of phase, yeah.
Uh-huh. So, did I give myself points for that yet? No, I didn't. I gave myself points for the Primus.
We
So
finally killed the Aberrants. We'll see. We'll see if the Abominant can avenge his fallen brothers.
Right.
Custodians weren't only based on Terra. They could have helped the Imperium immensely. Don't they like they do like missions and stuff? Isn't that what the Solar Watch does? Don't they go out and like protect people and stuff? I don't know the lore, but that's what I've been told.
Well, okay, 2 saves, please. You good? So get hit me back. I do believe you should be at -2 territory. Yeah.
Yeah. Three, 6, 9, 12. So 15 attacks first. So on 5s.
No more sustains, right? Because until you have fight phase.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my dad.
Oh yeah, of course. 5 hits.
Cool.
Strength on these 4, right? Yep.
3.
6 ups. Take 2 damage.
Cool. Then we'll do the Primus. So 2 attacks as extras. Start with those.
Sure thing. On force.
Nope. Don't think. 3's
It's
nice.
2 baseline going up to force, so you do hit once.
Oh, I get rerolls.
You do get rerolls. Let's see if the rolls are still in here.
Yeah, it should be.
I think they are. So you had 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 rolls from the other guys.
Cool. Thanks for that. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Oh, Gilliman told them they could go do Crusade stuff. Is that why they like made an army for them? Everyone was like, this wouldn't make sense for them to fight in the lore. And they're like, well, we re-released Gilliman, so I don't know. He said it's cool. He's the Imperial Regent, so it's whatever.
And now you had 1 hit and 1 you get to reroll. 2 hits. Nope. Is it damage 1 or no? It's damage 3, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's like some Imperial Imperial like high ups, right? Like high lords and stuff who get custodians following them around, right? Ooh, almost killed the silly little guys. Not quite though.
So on 4s, we're rolling.
Go get them. Oof, these rolls not great.
And on 3s. 6 up. So take 1 more damage. So 1 guy he dies, which means we have still 1 Darkling left.
Oof.
Got the leader. So he's got 5 attacks.
All right.
Oh, you did
100% conversion.
Okay.
Did they sustain?
I'll make him. It's 1 damage or 2?
Just 1.
Just 1. So the 1 guy lives with 2. Alright.
No, I think their fight phase has concluded already.
And I
Yeah,
believe
so
that's the
they don't
fight
get
phase, so
sustain stuff.
your Abominant will get back up. And then I get 4 homers. Oops, I gave myself the assassination points over in the Homer side. And then
Let's call a master artisan
you
reroll
first,
a fancy reroll. I mean, that is what it makes. That is what it is, right? It used to be the master crafted reroll. Who remembers that? Sound off in chat if you remember master crafted rerolls. Now master crafted is like +1 damage or whatever, but previously it used to be that a master crafted weapon you got 1 reroll per activation with them. All right, spending a CP to probably not bring that guy back. Yeah, there you go. To put those guys back into reserve. Very nice. The battle shock will wear off on these guys and they'll start to respawn, so that's not too bad for them. And then we can try to come back and pick off some of these backline units potentially. No prisoners extend battle lines. Gotta hold objectives. Ah! Oh, brutal! Absolutely brutal. No prisoners should be okay. We'll probably clear out at least one little silly little guy over here. Maybe some more as well. I think we've got another 5 man in reserve too, right? Yeah, so they can potentially go in and try to vaporize a unit of silly little guys. 7th edition? I remember it back in 4th when I was a little baby playing in my local library. But yeah. That was like OG Warhammer. Like 2nd through 6th edition was like OG Warhammer when all those weird mechanics were originally introduced. Longship Loft. There you go. Hell yeah. Might be too late. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think like maybe if we deploy in the middle here, right? What are we on? Ritual. So we get bottom round 5 scoring. We've killed 1 unit of Plague Marines already. If the seismic cannons drop in, vaporize this Plague Marine unit, right? And we make the 9-inch charge onto this Rhino, and we touch every objective, and we knock Death Guard down to a 0 primary for the rest of the game, which is difficult but not impossible. Then Zach, this is bottom 3. Zach would get extend and probably max no prisoners. So he would go up to 25 and then get 30 more on primary. So he would only be down 7, assuming that he scored 15 for the rest of the game. Which, I mean, again, we're kind of playing in the sprinkler here. He'd be down 7. Faye would score 8 on teleport homers. We have no idea if she'll assassinate anymore. She probably will, but who knows? So she would score 12 more, probably. So she'd be up to 72. We'd have to make a 17-point deficit on 2 rounds of secondary objectives. And that is not impossible. So, like, there's a line. There's a line where Zach wins this one. Is it a good line? No. It's a 1 in a million for sure. But the game is not entirely over until the next turn, probably. We just got to make a 9-inch charge out of Deep Strike and one-shot an entire Plague Marine squad, which, to be fair, is like the least of their concerns. So the Overwatch is only dangerous at 12. And these guys are... The way that the things have been positioned is pretty advantageous for the Neophytes here. Because the only effective Overwatch they have is from the Blight Spawn. If they just deploy outside 12 inches of all this other stuff, then it's fine. And all they're going to do is do a charge, get everybody close up in here, and then just move them onto the objective with the Consolidate. So the Overwatch is probably not going to be too scary. Now, the one thing they have to keep in mind, though, is Faye elected to keep her Death Shroud Terminators in reserve. So what Faye can do is, in response to this, is just start dropping... She might literally just drop Death Shroud Terminators on this objective. Who knows? We'll see. That's the Overwatch I would be worried about. She could also drop them, I don't know, in any position where they're in a difficult spot for the Neophytes to come into. So we'll see. So there is an out for Mr. Zach over here. He had to nickel and dime the Death Guard army down. GSE feels like an army where if the game went 6 rounds instead of 5, they're actually probably pretty good. And I almost wonder if like in the World Championship format where you could potentially go a 6th round, like maybe that's better. Maybe if you can draw by 5, maybe that's okay. Because their late game is super strong. If they're able to uppy downy all over the place, it's very good. One thing that's always felt really kind of nice with Genestealer Cult is when you get to that late game position and you're just like, man, there's still so much on the table because they've been respawning all game. Oh, and they still have stuff in reserve, and it's like all coming down, and oh my god. But you're in this position where like eventually you kill them enough that they don't score. Because as soon as you kill the unit, they're kind of scoring agnostic for a round. They don't really do any objective scoring really, but they do attrition you down eventually, and it feels like the attrition is just a little bit too far in the opponent's favor currently, the way the army works, but it could work better. And we have a Ridge Runner for +1 AP on that unit too. Yeah, this unit's gonna get vaporized. Y'all are ready to get seismic cannoned. You're gonna get so much seismic candy all up in you. Question is what we do with the Abominant. Moving it could eat an Overwatch, which would be a little bit scary. He does give up an assassination when he dies. Another assassination, which is unfortunate. So he might just stand there and do nothing and watches the unit die. Or he's the backup plan in case one of the characters lives. He will bomb one of those characters right in the head, I guess. That's pretty good.
Would you like to Overwatch?
Absolutely not.
Cool. And my deep strikes order up first.
Yep, so you get outside of 12 of the Blight Spawn, right? Yep. Oh no, you didn't. So I can Overwatch with the Blight Spawn if I want to, but not with the... Oh no, can I see this guy?
Shouldn't be able to.
No, I can definitely see him.
Oh.
If you want to position differently, that's fine.
Yeah, that'd be great.
If your intention was to get there. Yeah, don't worry. So I could only shoot with the Blight Spawn and obviously the Plasmas and stuff, but nothing else. I don't think I want to do that, because your seismic cannons are like 90% of your damage.
Alright, then what was I gonna come down? From here.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, that's gonna be everything.
1 sec, I might
So-
Overwatch these guys, because
Yeah.
I unfortunately have entropy cannons on here, but how lucky do I need to be? You have 5 up safe, you shouldn't get cover on anyone. Okay, now you've given me choices, goddammit. Nah, I'm not doing it.
Alrighty.
Oh,
So
wait.
we'll do some shooting.
Yeah,
we'll
I'll
start
ingress first, I
Yeah,
think.
Fairly
Let
has
me
one
just-
CP actually. She would lose an entire Destron Terminator unit if she ended up overwatching there. Yeah, I think Zach was actually probably just fine with an Overwatch occurring right there, because he would have ended up killing an entire Destron Terminator unit sort of by extension. That's very funny. I didn't consider that. I didn't realize she was so low on CP. Wow. That's what all this rapid ingresses are doing to you, you know? You got all the Overwatches, all the rapid ingresses, sustained hits on the guys, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna drop the Dustron Terminators. Looks like in a position where they can counter punch the Neophyte Hybrids as they push in. Oh no, maybe not. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I was sort of assuming she had more too. This felt like such a passive game that it feels like both these players should have kind of a lot of CP. Although obviously Zach has been using a lot because GSE sort of live or die on their stratagem usage. Oh, great placement here by Zach, just making that drop really difficult as well. With the 9 inches.
Yeah, this might be the play. I can probably squeeze these guys in here somewhere.
The drop is so janky.
Getting completely blasted to pieces at least. Can I though? Nope. Okay, then I have to go for the other squads, which I can do. No, I can't do that either. So I have to go like here.
Watch out, that Achilles Ridge
That
Runner is
should
going to
work.
get you with its AP0 mortar.
Who can shoot me here? The crack grenades can still shoot me. You don't ignore cover on that squad. AP2, yeah?
For the grenade launchers, yeah.
Can a fourth one see me as well? Yeah, absolutely. The seismic cannot though. No.
No.
How awkward. Kinda good though. I think I like it. I think. Can I maybe like avoid one of the grenades if I'm smart? I think I can. If I put the LOC all the way here. Where's the second line? It's here.
Xeno spotted.
All right.
We've found them,
that's too
chat.
close.
We've spotted the Xenos.
So I don't think I can avoid it. Nope. So we will simply have to be outside, be able to shot by all of those. I'll deal with it. So, yep, there they go. I'm down to 0 CP. Back to you.
Alright. Well, the drop is down.
Actually, no, we'll go with the grain squad first. So the crack grenades will go into the death shrouds, and then the order of operations. Ridge Runner will go into the Blade Marine with his mortar, and then the twin heavy stubber will just go into the templates.
Absolutely.
So let's just do the heavy stubber first. So it'll be 6 shots.
Hitting on 3s, right? Yeah, because you have
Yep.
a thingy.
Yep. And 5s twin linked.
Oof. Ooh. Spicy.
Cool. So it'll be AP1.
Oops. I'm good.
Oh, sorry, AP9, sorry.
Yeah.
Cool. And then the crack grenades.
Crack grenades? You have to resolve the other shot first.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, I just completely skipped. Sorry, man.
No worries.
Ooh.
9
Okay.
11.
Yep.
Forts.
Alright. Well, that was not exciting. What a roller coaster ride.
That's like 5, isn't it? Not 6. So it's on 4s. Oh, 6. Okay, never mind. So 2 saves on 3s. Make 1, fail 1. Who wants to take that? It doesn't matter. The squad is not surviving this turn. Alright. And who wants the -1 AP?
It's the Black Marines.
This squad. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So sorry about that. Completely forgot. So yeah, so we go the crack grenade. So I got 1 hit into your death shroud.
That
One.
won't.
Next hit.
On. Yeah.
You do get cover, of course.
I'm good.
Oof. Unfortunate.
Alrighty, and then the side hits,
Unpunished for the aggressive
just 2 that I
deep
can
strike
see.
there.
Black Marines.
Could have lost a couple death shrouds. That would have been big.
On 5s. On 3s. Just 1. Negative.
You reroll one? No, that's the other ones. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, this unit did nothing. Oh no. Well, that's the unit without rerolls. That's the issue there. But this unit, they got a Primus in there, so these guys they're coming in hot. They got rerolls and sustain.
Oh, right. You can do that. Yeah. You do get -1 from this one,
Yeah.
but you do still
Yeah.
hit on 3s.
Oh, and I'll
Yes,
shoot the
this-
hand flamers. I'll shoot the hand flamers. Got one. Yeah, so I'll start with the hand flamer.
Mhm.
4 shots.
Oh, did you revive any here? You can revive them.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Ooh, good call out.
You get 3 back.
Way being
Alright,
a
that's lots of hand flamers.
sportswoman.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just take out the Nurglings here because they're not
Sorry,
gonna survive.
Nurglings. You're
Which is
not long
interesting.
for
It
this
does mean you can
world.
charge.
Yep, and now they're free. Hey, that's a big deal.
When you can't string, so this guy has to go a bit further
And it's a
back.
score of no prisoners on the board already. Ooh, spicy.
Yep.
Spicy meatball.
Purple spell. So we'll put everything into Plague Marine.
Yep.
A 3 plus 1 be in blue scope. So we'll start with the seismics.
Yep.
Do 24 shots with French. So be hitting on 4s, reroll.
Uh-huh.
Explode.
Boy. So it's +1, so it's 3 AP, is it? Yep.
Yeah, AP3, ignoring cover.
Yep, so 6 ups. We make 10. Give me the damage in order. So this kills the one guy who's damaged, kills another, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9. So what might live here? 2, 3.
Those 9 models, and that wasn't even the grenades.
7,
I guess like
8.
grenades like could flub enough.
I am very much aware. Alright, so you wipe the squad, but the characters are still alive.
Or are they?
Rerolling.
Oh,
extra.
man.
And on 3s.
So 4 saves, right?
-4, ignoring cover.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right there, +1 AP. So that actually does not get ignored. So just give me the damage. D3 as well, right?
Yep.
So, both have 4 health, so it doesn't matter what order I take them on. So this kills 1, and 1 takes 2 damage. So who do I want to have live? Just gonna charge my bio, but you're also gonna just charge my guy over here. So I let the Blightspawn live.
Cool.
Because his chances of survival are higher. So there we go.
Cool.
And that does give you full points on no prisoners.
Yeah. And then we'll just do the 2 demo charges.
You get -1, and you don't use a strat, right? So it's 6s.
It'll be 7 plus 6 is 13. And then explode. And then T12 or 11?
T10 actually, so on 3s.
Cool. And
Uh,
check it. So just 4. -2.
4 ups, I take 6 damage.
Cool. Alright, let's do some charges. So we'll start with the purple squad into your play ghost.
Mm-hmm. That's
Nope.
1 off. Whew.
Interesting. Okay,
Close.
so we're gonna go. Are we
yeah,
burned on CP? Oh, we are. Oh no. Oh, I think that might have been the dream there, chat. That's tough. So these guys could then charge into the Rhino over here to steal that objective. The Aberrant or Abominant, excuse me, could charge the Foul Blight Spawn, and we would knock Faye down to a 5-point primary instead of a 10. But that's close. What did we roll? An 8?
You said we're not playing with the spikes in this one, right?
All he needs is 2. Well, he needs them on the objective to take it. Well, I don't know. That Rhino, unfortunately, will contest, and as long as the objective is contested, it will continue to remain a Death Guard objective. You have to actually take it from them to revert the stickiness of the objective.
Can't base.
Yep.
All right, there we go. We'll get it with
Oh, that
the
you should be able to take the
pile-in.
objective even if you don't kill me. They are OC2, right? Yeah, the battle line, of course they are.
Then we'll have the Abominant charge the Child Bites Bomb.
Yep. That is a 6-incher.
Yep.
I should have totally made the other one die. I just realized I almost gave you that. Oh, you can still get it, can you? With this guy? Yeah, okay. So that's not important. Yep.
I think that's everything. Cool. Yeah. Wait, so let's just go into the
Well,
fire phase.
It was almost the perfect turn. I don't know if that will make it impossible for Slim to win. It does make it much more difficult. Faye will automatically go up to a 67 this coming turn. Although, kind of ironically, it does mean that the Abominant is more difficult to kill. Although the Foul Blightspawn gets to live. So the Blightspawn might just do it himself. Might just kill that guy himself. And these Death Shroud Terminators get to do whatever they want, which is a little bit unfortunate as well for the Genestealer cults. And I think they might have to go for purple. We'll see.
Force?
I believe so. I don't think you're in range of any Nurglings, so yeah.
Oh, before I forget, there's 6 more. Primus.
Do they all wound on the same? No, Primus will wound on a
They're different
5.
AP.
Also, okay.
So the rerolls. Sixes. Rerolling 1s. Nope. Cool, just 2.
What's the AP on the normal weapons again?
AP 1.
Right, 4 ups. Take 1 damage.
And
Got
5
him.
attacks from the Primus. And 3s.
That?
6s.
5
Ooh.
sometimes. He's turn 5, right?
All right, Primus. All right.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So plus 1.
1 more.
As AP2
So,
hit. So 3 more damage.
Yep. So the leader will get 5 more attacks.
You still get the Toxic Ejector's Claw as well. Since the
That's
extra
not-
attacks. Yeah, it's
I'm not-
whatever.
2 more. AP2.
Take 1 more.
Cool. And that'll be at the end of my turn.
So then this one is no longer mine. This one, well, how did I change that one?
I'll discard
This one very much is still mine.
I'll discard extend for CP, and then we'll get.
Oh.
Did you already get one this battle round? Oh,
Yeah,
you
Zach has to hold
you
his
shouldn't have,
home
right?
objective in order to
did. I just said
grab
you
the
already
extend.
get one.
So
why you only have one
unfortunately,
right now when you
yeah,
should
that
have
one's
two.
gonna be a toughie. Gets him no
Yeah, sure.
prisoners.
You should have two, yeah, I don't know why it's bugging
That
out
was
there.
weird.
Okay. Oh, the Rhino gets to hit you actually, that kind of matters, funny enough. Let's do that real quick. Hitting you on a
Yeah, Rhino could make
3,
coherency
like,
funny, but I
definitely
don't
on 4,
think
and then on 2
it's gonna
essentially.
change
3
anything.
saves on the Echoes.
Did it really wound 3 times? No way. Oh no, just 2.
It's 3
Um,
saves, you have to do 3, right? Yeah.
So that'll put Faye up to 67
We die.
that turn, assuming no assassination takes over.
Actually,
The
this
Nurglings
is
are
gonna
going to
be a
continuously
tough
get
one.
deploy teleport homers, so they're going to go.
Oh, this
She's
one
going to
okay,
go
so
up
like
to
this.
71.
That'll be done.
if
You'll be
the
on set.
Acolyte hybrids miraculously survive, which seems highly unlikely, Zach
Yeah, that
could
actually
score
stuff.
up to 30 this coming turn.
I think you can just sacrifice one of them. So
I
take
don't
out
know if
4
he's gonna
instead of
make a
3.
50 point differential there, man.
Ooh.
Everybody. Although to be fair, I do think it was a valiant effort. If the Neophyte hybrids had made the charge, I think that there's a game there. Because I don't know if
Okay, I got this guy. at
Faye
the top,
has
and you
the
have-
volume of fire in position. I mean, Zach's done a good job of killing
take
her
out this
units
guy
that are
and this guy,
in
now you're down to
that
6,
central
so
area of the
you can
table.
take out- so
I don't
take
think
this
that
guy
she
down.
has the volume
Take this
needed in the right area in order to kill that purple unit in the middle.
Of course not.
And if that unit had been able to string across 3 objectives, then I mean, it's just there forever. And if you can't kill enough of it, it starts to respawn, and it's just sort of hanging out everywhere.
So I meant this
Unfortunately,
one.
failing that charge and having no CP to reroll was very bad.
No, you literally can't.
Because that was a big, huge change, and now we're in the position where like we could just fall back with the
Yeah.
None
of these you can take out.
we're in a position where we could fall back with the. Oh no! Did he lose control of that objective with the
No,
casualty roll there?
because you have to hold it at the end of the turn rather than being contested. And it's 2 versus 2 right now. Um.
Oh
No.
no!
All right.
Did he really lose
Then
4?
I will get 10 points.
What?
I guess. God, that's
He lost
really
4
unlucky
to a
on
rhino.
That's alright. Look,
You
I
didn't
mean,
want to.
we,
He only has 3 attacks.
So I couldn't have rerolled, yeah.
The tanks
was
could
just
kill
a
it?
fun
Maybe.
to Play out, but I can probably put there.
Oh, we
Oh,
might
yeah.
call it.
If
Yeah,
you-
that's
yeah.
totally fair. I
Don't
think.
want to force you to play
Oh,
an
yeah, I mean,
unenjoyable game.
That's a tough one.
have a look at the score. It's 72 to 20.
Yeah. Oh god, is that bad? I wasn't looking at the score that much, but Jesus, yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
Nah,
Yeah,
it was
the
just-
big
it was
charge
just
would be
playing-
cool. It's a shame
Yeah,
you
it was,
failed that
it
one.
was just it was just playing to see if I could make a cool play and just teleport. But yeah,
Yeah.
just not a good mission, and I just planned to go first. If I got first turn, cool. If I didn't, oh well.
Yeah,
was
it's kind of
Uphill
that,
battle anyway.
that kind of situation where it's an awful matchup, and then you kind of need to go first, and then you also had the scrambler fields on top of that. It's like, Jesus, yeah, that's
Mhm.
just rough. Well, GG.
And then when you're
Thanks for the game.
yeah, no, well played. It was still fun. So it was cool, and I appreciate your time and the ease of scheduling. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no worries. Actually, it was easier for me too, so that was entirely selfish. But yeah, thanks for the game. I wish I would have seen this army with a different army and maybe a different mission, because I really love the Genestealers. They're cool as heck. I wish it wasn't like, oh yeah, I go first. Okay, I killed them in turn 1. That's it.
Yeah, well, it's like look, as we know, like it's pretty bad mission matchup. So it was like, all right, if I go first and I can sort of pin some stuff in your deployment zone and buy me some time, great. If not, then it is what it is.
Yeah, it's you have to take risks if you're on the back foot, right? So I think it's
Exactly.
actually absolutely the
Yeah.
right thing to do, and it's just
won a single
they don't always
point.
throw it
Still
out.
fun.
Congratulations.
Still fun.
I'm glad you got that.
Blowing up playground squads with demolition charges is never unenjoyable.
Oh god, yeah, just roll like a million dice. It's great.
Pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's fun. So thanks for that.
Yeah, GG, you too. That would the Neophyte charge would have been sweet. That would have been cool.
That would have been so much fun.
Yeah, just snake on all the objectives. Just get everybody everywhere, and we just sit there
Exactly.
forever. Yeah. Yeah, I think we were mathing it out, and if that charge gets made and you're on all 3 middle objectives, I think there's a path to victory if they just survive every attack, basically.
Exactly. It was my
Great.
Hail Mary. And unfortunately, I'm no Peyton Manning, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for that. Fun.
Yep. Well,
Uh-huh.
GG, you too. Faye, congratulations
Yeah,
on
thanks,
taking it
man.
down.
Thanks. Yeah.
Congrats, Faye. All the best and take care.
Yeah, you too.
Have
Yeah.
a good one.
Bye. You too.
All right, chat. There it is. That is the game. Thanks everyone for tuning in. That was honestly, that was kind of fun. Good to hear Zach say at the end there, like the goal was to go first, which was the reason for the aggressive drop in the midboard. If he goes first, obviously he can like force the aberrants up the center of the table, push the pure strength Genestealers right up into phase deployment zone, use them to engage a bunch of stuff, screen it out, prevent disembarks into the center, and that really forces back the Death Guard's ability to screen on bottom round 2, and then or the top 2 drop, and then just Doom drop the middle. Start putting ritual objectives everywhere, and just blow everybody up basically with seismic cannons. I can definitely see where the game plan was to go first, and just just let it go. And obviously we can see what happens when you go second. You get screened out really bad, and it's awful. So yeah, it would have been an interesting game for sure. Definitely, I kind of enjoy those games where it's like a player fighting from condensed position like that. It's pretty interesting. Let me go ahead and get the score in for the players real quick here, chats, and then we'll go for a raid. Looks like we do have a pod final scheduled tomorrow evening. And that is going to be... I will take a look at the matchup real quick. Oh, that's going to go on the calendar. It just got scheduled, so that's going to go on the calendar momentarily. That is the 23 finals. We're going in sequence today. We also got Tactical Tuesday tomorrow, obviously, as well. We'll talk about some big, cool... what's the word? World Championship lists. Looks like we have Astra Militarum versus Chaos Knights is going to be the matchup tomorrow. That's fun. That sounds like a cool... I don't know if we've seen Astra Militarum on the finals table in a while. So that should be good. Kogo versus Chris B. That's going to be 7:30 p.m., so just a little bit after Tactical Tuesday wraps up. So please come check out that one. So thanks, everyone. We'll give somebody a quick raid here. Who is online and playing games of Warhammer? Survey says some people live from an airport. Looks like they're Creative War Games is live coming back from World Championships in the airport, about to board the plane. That's adorable. I love that. Any games ongoing? It doesn't look like it. The Warhammer tag is bereft of games. All right, we'll raid Creative War Games. That's a fun place to stream from. Oh, God, what have I done? No! The ads are playing. What am I doing? Here we go. All right, chat. Thanks everyone for hanging out with me. I will see you tomorrow for a bunch of live streams. It's going to be so much live streams. Everyone's going to explode. Their heads are going to blow up. And yeah, cheers.